Got another new amp here in the studio. Why don't we get this thing out of the box? Hey there, I'm Dan, the self-proclaimed Lonely Rocker. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today is new amp day. Got something in the box here, and this one is interesting because it's the first time I have a second amp from the same manufacturer. Now, if you look behind me, we got a few different brands here. Which one is it? Now, I'm going to say this is going to become part of a family. There's a feature of this amplifier. Well, you'll see what I'm talking about once we get it out of the box. So why don't we do that? Oh, by the way, I've got a new nickname now. It's John Jr. No, I'm sure some of you will get that reference immediately. If you do, let me know in the comments. So as is customary here on Lonely Rocker, when we open boxes, that involves
the purple blade.
Now, if I've ever lost this, I don't know what I would do. But anyways, let's get the box open. And as I'm opening the box carefully, I want to pay tribute to our good friends at UPS. Now, this came from far away, and well, I'll tell you, this came from China. That might narrow down the list. Spoiler alert. But it went from China. You know, you follow the tracking, you can see where it's going. So China, I went to Hong Kong. It went to Alaska. Then it went to Louisville, Kentucky. And then from there, across the border here into Canada, went through customs and ended up here. Problem is, I got the notification that it arrived, and I went outside and there was no amp on my doorstep, no box. And I looked at the, you know, they send you a photograph. It was somebody else's fucking house. So it went all that way, and the driver just left it on the wrong street. So like a madman, I hopped in my car and went driving around the neighborhood thinking that's probably what happened. Because I had no idea what happened to the amp. I didn't recognize the photo. And luckily at one street over, same house number, different street, there was my box sitting on somebody else's porch. Anyways, I knocked on the door, nobody answered, but you know what, it's my box, I just took it. So there you go. All right, so hopefully that created some entertainment while I open this up. Let's see what we got inside. We have a box of something in here. We'll check that out in a second. We've got some cable, maybe for foot switch, perhaps. Oh, lots, very well packed in here. That's something I noticed. Came a long way. All right, I'm just going to have to pull this out.
That's what she said?
Well, we can see a color here. So why don't I speed this up and we'll get off the styrofoam. It's red. I think I just gave it away. Ta-da! What's up, the camera? This is the Wangs HD30. This is their SLO circuit. I've never had a Soldano here, but I hear great things about this. Some people I know have one of these, so we're going to get a chance to check it out. Let me just get it out of the bag here. All right, let's check this out. Oh yeah, we got another red amp to go with the little guy over there. Typically the SLOs, they make them in purple, but they do have 4 different colors available. So I said, well, why don't we make it in red, and we'll start a little family here. We've got the VT15 over here, which I did feature in another video. I'll put a link up here wherever if you want to check that out. But why don't I fire this up, plug it in, and we'll see if it's working, and I'll give you the basic specs of the Wangs HD30. Right before I fired up, I thought I would invite the VT15 over here. This is their JCM 800 circuit in a 15 watt. I did a full video about this, as I mentioned, and really liked how this one sounded. In fact, my understanding was that I was the very first one to take shipment of a Wangs amp with red Tolex. So I thought it'd be a lot of fun. They did thought I was going to go purple, but I thought, hey, why don't we create a set here? Who knows, maybe we'll keep the theme going if we see any more Wangs amps in the future. But I'm getting ahead of myself, so let's get this guy out of the way. I've plugged it in, and I'm always a little nervous at this point because this thing has traveled across the world. I want to see if this thing will actually power up, and if it does, then we can proceed to the next part of the video. So here we go. Is it on? Oh. See, got a little tension there. It wasn't turning on, but the cord here at the back wasn't in properly. So the good news is it turns on. So that's the good news. Now, I'm not going to do a full review in this video. That's just an unboxing, but I do want to give you the features of this amplifier. So let's check those out. The Wangs HD30H is a 30-watt, 3-channel SLO-style all-tube amplifier with 2 6L6 power tubes and 5 12AX7 preamp tubes. It has 2 independent gain and master controls, with the normal channel sharing clean and crunch, and the drive channel taking this beast to super high gain territory. It also has 4 controls in the EQ section with treble, middle, bass, and presence. The bright switch is for the clean channel only. Around back you have 3 speaker outputs for 4, 8, and 16 ohm cabinets, and the effects loop has a mix control. That's a feature often overlooked on many amplifiers. I chose this beautiful red Tolex, but Wangs offers this in black, purple, and white as well. The enclosure is 100% birch, and Wangs uses only high-quality American, European, and Japanese components and twice as thick PCBs that are hand soldered. Wangs are not mass-produced. They are a boutique builder that makes quality amps at affordable prices. I'll be doing a full demo on the HD30H. When ready, I will link it in the description. If it's not there, make sure to like and subscribe, and ring that bell to be notified when that video comes out. Well, there's a quick look at the Wangs HD30H. I should make sure that I do get the name right when I'm presenting an app for the first time. I've heard that the H stands for holy shit. Well, we'll find out when I do a full demonstration of this amplifier that's coming up soon. But if you do have any questions in the interim, well, that's what the comment section is for. If you want any information about Wangs, I have covered them before. They make great amplifiers at affordable prices. I'll put a link in the description if you want to check that out. And if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Well, while you're down there, well, I did mention the VT15. Why don't you check that out? If you haven't seen that, I'll pop that right here. And remember, you don't need a band to rock and roll. I'll catch you in the next one.